Hey you all, and good morning. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from St. Louis, Missouri. It is day 5, I believe. Day 5 of the Carpetbagger Choose My Adventure road trip. And the polls are in. We're gonna see where we are going next. Let me pull up the final tally here. And it looks like Memphis, Tennessee, with a impressive 55% of the vote is where we are headed next. I am going to spend the day traveling down to Memphis. I want you guys to fill up the comments section and let me know what you'd like to see me do in the city of Memphis, Tennessee. And stay tuned to the end of this video and I will reveal the next possible stops for the Choose My Adventure road trip. Of course, this road trip is set up where you get to pick which city I go to next. When a city is voted, I go there, I spend one day in that city, and then put out a poll on the community tab that you can vote on where I go to next. And if you want to vote, you click on, if you're subscribed, you click on the subscribe tab, and it should be there if you're subscribed. If not, go to my channel and click on the community tab. Anyways, a few things I wanted to see before we leave the great city of St. Louis. Actually at St. Louis University right now, and I wanted to see this, the Billiken. The Billiken. This is the university's mascot. It's a very interesting little, almost looks like a goblin or a djinn. The Billiken. So the Billiken, as you see there, actually has a very interesting story behind him. He was meant to be the new teddy bear, meant to be the follow-up for the teddy bear. If you remember, teddy bear was a bear based on President Teddy Roosevelt, who refused to shoot a young bear, and a toy manufacturer created bears, called them teddy bears, and they are a massive hit. We still call toy bears, I mean, teddy bears are a big deal to this day. So a school teacher here in St. Louis decided, well, I'm gonna make the next teddy bear. So she figured the teddy bear based on Teddy Roosevelt, that did pretty good. So she was gonna base the newest toy on the current president, William Taft. And she designed this, the Billiken, to look like Taft. I don't know, do you guys think this looks like President Taft? And unfortunately, President Taft gets a lot of guff for his weight, but yeah, I don't know. It looks a little different than Taft to me. And that's where the name Billiken comes from, because William Taft shortened to Bill, so the Billiken. No one liked the Billiken. I don't know why. People did not grow attached to him, and it just did not do very well. However, it got a second life here at St. Louis University. The coach here at St. Louis University apparently looked a lot like the Billiken. And so people around said, hey, they started calling him Billiken. Hey, Billiken, how you doing? What are you doing, Billiken? And he actually would name his team the Billikens, and history was made. The Billiken became ingratiated into the university culture, and the university took on the mascot of the Billiken. I don't know. I think I love the Billiken. I don't know quite what to make of it, but I'm impressed. Looks like someone left a offering to the Billiken of Olive Garden breadsticks. But as it says here, the Billiken, according to legend, those who rub its belly will have good luck. So yeah, you can see the patina's worn away where people rub the belly, and I could use a little bit of luck on this crazy road trip, so I'm gonna rub the Billiken, rub his belly, and hope for some good luck on this upcoming road trip. Hey, look, a bell. Let me see if Oh, gonna ring this bell. There we go. That was loud. Here you see the Billiken on the recycling can there. It says, "Be a green Billiken." Not sure who this statue is. Kind of looks like a muscly guy hanging out in his pajama pants. Stopped off in City Garden Park. This is a sculpture garden in the middle of St. Louis. You can see a giant Pinocchio there. Looks like he has yet to become a real boy, but he is looking to the heavens. Oh, that's weird. It's these two people walking. On this pedestal here, we have a giant pink suit with no one in it. Oh, that's kind of spooky, like it's a ghost suit or something. Globes here, I don't know, maybe these would be lit up at night. Fountain's drained for the winter, but you see a little tiny man in a boat. Now that looks like a pistachio to me. And look at this. This is a giant severed head. Oh my gosh. And look at this. You can actually crawl inside of the neck here and look around inside this head. See its eyes, you can see his face. Let's peer out his eyes and see what he's looking at. Oh, he's looking at the arch. So at this point, I'm going through hot dog withdrawals. So I figured out I'd check out Steve's Hot Dogs. I looked up best hot dogs in St. Louis, and this is what came up. Notice that we have some Star Wars ships hovering over the bar here. So they have a lot of different crazy styles of hot dogs. So I wanted to get two so I could try them. This is the backyard barbecue dog. It's got potato salad, bacon, baked beans, and barbecue sauce on it. And this is what they call a Stormtrooper. It's got pasta on it. It's got rotini and Parmesan cheese, those fried onions and bacon. These both look very interesting. This backyard barbecue dog. It's actually, the bun's different. It's almost like a what do you call this? It's like flaky bread. It's good bread. So let's see if we can get a bite of this. Look at that. Oh wow, that is amazing. That is unbelievably good. All those flavors on there. I love all those beans and potato salad. That is special. That is so good. Oh, this one is even stranger. It's called a Stormtrooper. It's got the pasta on the hot dog. Oh, it's both so good. It's got the Alfredo sauce, an interesting taste with hot dog. Yeah, these are really, really tasty. Oh my goodness, those hot dogs were so good. I think the Alfredo hot dog with the noodles was very interesting, and it was good. But I think the backyard barbecue, I think that was the one. That is so good. It definitely, next time I'm in St. Louis, I definitely want to come back here and try some of the other hot dogs they have. But anyways, we have been dilly-dallying here in St. Louis for too long. It is time to get on the road and start heading towards Memphis. And once again, here we go, crossing back into Illinois, over top the Mississippi River. Definitely seems as though we've been crossing the Mississippi River quite frequently on this trip, and it's like we've been been finding ourselves going back into Illinois quite frequently as well. Heading into Chester, Illinois, and as you can see, this is the home of Popeye. Yeah, it appears that Popeye is just everywhere in this town. And like any town that is home to a famed fictional character, the town of Chester has erected a statue to Popeye. Now, believe it or not, this is not the first Popeye statue I've been to. There is another statue of Popeye in Alma, Alabama. The Popeye statue in Alma is actually to celebrate the local spinach crop. However, the statue in this town, Chester, Illinois, is to celebrate the creator of Popeye, Elise Segar, who was born here in Chester, Illinois. Popeye's such a distinct character. He has that strange face, that toothless grin. He's got these strange, oddly shaped biceps and these big, chunky legs. You can see here, it says on here, yes, this was erected to Elise Segar, the creator of Popeye, since he was born here in Chester, Illinois in 1894. He died in 1938. It says that he created Popeye from his recollection of Frank Rocky Fiegel, who was a local scrapper, I guess just a surly old man who liked getting into fights. That was the inspiration for the great Popeye cartoon. I definitely remember the Popeye cartoons from when I was a kid. They had kind of a simple formula to them. You had Popeye, you had Popeye's girlfriend, Olive Oil, you had a big mean jerk named Bluto, and Bluto would harass Olive Oil until finally Popeye could take no more. At what point he would crack open a can of spinach and gobble it down. Sometimes he'd pour it into his pipe and suck the spinach down his pipe, which is a little weird. But then his muscles would grow big. He would become enraged. It was almost like the Incredible Hulk, because he'd be triggered by the spinach, and he would pound, just pummel Bluto, punch him in the face a bunch of times, do a bunch of like slapstick beating, and then that all would be right in the end. But the original comic strip that Segar wrote actually had a complex mythology and backstory and a huge cast of characters. And here in the town of Chester, they loved Popeye, they loved Segar so much that they started erecting statues to all the Popeye characters. So let's go see the cast of Popeye. Here across from the Randolph County Courthouse, we have some familiar Popeye characters. That is Olive Oil, Popeye's girlfriend. He would, you know, defend her honor against Bluto. And that is Sweet Pea, the baby. Now, in the comics, apparently Sweet Pea was an orphan that Popeye and Olive Oil took in that could predict the future. I don't remember that being part of the cartoon. I remember it just being a baby. And then this is the Jeep, a character from a different dimension. And here's an interesting thing. The Jeep here is actually what the vehicle, the Jeep, was named after. It was called GP for general purpose, but the JEEP spelling came from this character, who was a popular character at the time. The Jeep, from a trans-dimensional friend of Popeye. So yeah, these cartoons got pretty weird. Now in front of the public library here, we have a character that I wasn't necessarily familiar with. He dresses kind of like Grandpa Simpson. But this is Coal Oil, who is apparently Olive Oil's father. And I don't remember this character from the cartoon. This is from the comic books. And apparently, just doing that little bit of research, found out that Olive Oil and her family was actually the original focus of the comic books. And it was Popeye became a background character, and then eventually kind of stole the show and became the character that was focused on. So Popeye was kind of like Steve Urkel, and how he took over the focus from the Winslow family in Family Matters. I guess the Oil family was the original Winslows. And this here is Harold Hamgravy. He was at one point the fiance of Olive Oyl before Olive Oyl and Popeye were romantically linked. And so apparently this character actually hired Popeye as a guide for him and Olive Oyl, and eventually Popeye replaced him as Olive Oyl's love interest. So he hired his own replacement. So we are officially going on a Popeye hunt, it seems. We are in downtown historic Chester. You can see a mural right here. EC Cigars Thimble Theater, the original name for the Popeye comic. There's Cigar right there. And, oh, if you look at this mural, all the popular, well-known characters are on a boat heading that way, and they've left all the unpopular, forgotten characters on the shore. You have Hamgravy, who we talked about was Olive Oyl's original boyfriend, who, yeah, she's leaving with Popeye. And then we have the Oil family, Coal Oil, we saw him, Nana Oil, and this is Olive Oyl's mom. And I think Castor Oil is Olive Oyl's brother. So here we have a comic foreground with some of the villains of Popeye. My hero! And here's a character I do remember, Wimpy, famous for eating hamburgers. It says, Wimpy, Popeye's lovable hamburger mooching associate. Yeah, apparently, yeah, wasn't he always trying to get other people to give him free hamburgers? But it says he was inspired by the Chester Opera House owner, William Windy Bill Schuchert. See some of the characters painted over here on this mural. There's Sweet Pea, the Jeep. Oh, and there's mean old Bluto. Now, unfortunately, the Popeye Museum is currently closed. Have the Spanish can collectibles. Unfortunately, today, as I'm filming this, is Sunday, which is the only day this is closed. So there's some bad timing on my part. But oh, anyway, it's going to be closed for a while, anyways. So no matter what day it came, I would have missed it. But nothing can stop us from peering into the window and look at all that Popeye toys, all those Popeye toys, all that Popeye memorabilia. It appears that a lot of museums shut their doors for a while at the beginning of January. I don't know if it's just maybe because Christmas is over, people have taken their vacation time, have spent their Christmas money, and I guess most people don't go to museums in January. I don't know. If you know the answer, leave a comment in the comment section. Here's someone I recognize. Bluto, the villain of the Popeye cartoon, known to be a giant bully, and quite frankly, he had some very aggressive and inappropriate relations with women. He would be very violent towards... Oh, hey! Someone just said, hey, Carpetbagger. Sorry, Bluto. Yeah, Bluto, the bullying, woman-stealing villain of the Popeye cartoons. He's actually out here in front of the National Bank. Wait, I'm sorry, that truck is really loud right there. So Bluto is out in front of the Buena Vista National Bank. I don't know if it's a good idea to put a known villain outside of a bank. Now, this is interesting. This is a statue of Sherlock Holmes, but it's also a statue of Elise Segar. So apparently, let me see. So yeah, it has Segar's name there. He's dressed as Sherlock Holmes. It says this was erected, and oh, it's only erected in 2019. 125th anniversary of Seagar's birth. This is acknowledging Seagar's compelling interest in the Master Detective. So Seagar was a huge fan of Sherlock Holmes, and so they dressed him like Sherlock Holmes in his statue. But that's pretty cool, actually. It's so abstract. I like it. Now this one here is very interesting. This is Alice the Goon. So I mentioned earlier how the character of the Jeep actually helped create the word Jeep we use for the vehicle. Well, Alice the Goon helped create the modern usage of the word goon. So Alice in the original comics was a hench person, worked for the evil, I think it was a Sea Hag, that so Alice was her minion. And before that, goon meant like you're stupid, you're an idiot, you're a goon. But because Alice the Goon worked as a hench person, then the term goon became synonymous with henchman. So like, yeah, hired goons, you know, send my goons after you. So this creature created the term goon. But it does say that Alice the Goon did have a face turn and turned into one of Popeye's friends. They're wearing that crown. Because if we look behind Alice, actually see there's a baby goon right there clinging to her skirt. Oh man, there really are a lot of these characters. Here outside the local hospital, we have Castor Oil, Olive Oil's brother, and oh, you look at him, he's actually clearly inspired by Sherlock Holmes. I guess we learned that Seagar loved Sherlock Holmes, and I guess Castor Oil was a character designed to resemble and act like Sherlock Holmes. You know, I really appreciate the work this town has put into this. Like most towns, you know, you'd get one statue, but here in Chester they decided, no, we want every statue. Now this, believe it or not, is not a Popeye character. This is the mascot for the local high school team there, the Chester High School Yellow Jackets. I'm surprised that their mascot just wasn't Popeye. And out here in front of the Chester Walmart, we have a statue of the Sea Hag. This was apparently one of the Popeye villains from the comic book. Looks like she's got a flute there. And on the back side we have the Sea Hag's pet vulture there. And this is a really small Walmart. I don't know that I've seen a Walmart this size in quite some time. It seems like they demolished all these and made the super Walmart. And we come to our final Popeye themed statue. This is Poop Deck Pappy. This is Popeye's father. So you can see he does resemble Popeye. I guess he's grown his beard out a little bit, but he still has those family friggin' forearms that they have. So wow, this town of Chester, Illinois had true admiration for their most famous citizen, Elsie Seagar. I can't imagine. They made a statue of Elsie himself. They made a statue of Popeye. They made a statue of pretty much every character in the Popeye extended universe. I would be so proud. If someday I knew that there's going to be a statue of me somewhere, that would be just unbelievable. That would be such an incredible honor. But can you imagine, like, if they built a statue of me and then they decided that wasn't enough, so they built statues to all the characters in the Carpetbagger extended universe. They built like statues of Mortimer Blankenship and the Quilt Kitty, just all the different characters that have appeared in my vlogs over the years. That, my friends, would truly be an honor. Let's make it happen. Oh, check this out. You have like a big old prison here. I don't know which prison this is. Oh yeah, that's a heavy duty looking prison there. And once more, we head over the mighty Mississippi. Old Man River. Old Man. Okay, I'll stop. And now we are back in Missouri. I may not have gone the most direct route here. Stopped off in Cape Girardeau, Missouri, here at Rhodes gas station, because they have the world's largest fountain drink cup. Look at that cup. And right here we can see this is the world's largest fountain drink cup. Apparently they had 4,730 gallons of lemonade in it. It says the record was set August 20th, 2017. Does it still have lemonade in it? Come to downtown Cape Girardeau, which is right next to, what else? The Mississippi River. So we see these barges being pushed by that boat there. That's a tough little boat pushing all those barges. On the other side of this river wall, they actually have the Missouri Wall of Fame, covered in famous people from Missouri, such as Mark Twain. There's famed country music singer Porter Wagoner and Rush Limbaugh, the controversial radio host. This one's interesting. This is Rosie O'Neil, and she invented the Cupid doll. I don't know, like, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Cupid doll, but it is, I don't know, I will never understand the Cupid doll. It is a strange, magical, naked baby. Believe it or not, I actually have a Cupid doll mold-a-rama back in the bunker. There's Tennessee Williams, who's surprisingly not from Tennessee. There's George Washington Carver doing some of his peanut science. This is Marlon Perkins holding the big snake there. Says that he was host of the television show Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. Oh, here comes the train. There's some other interesting scenes, some other interesting murals on this wall. Here we have a car that is stuck in the Mississippi. Looks like that woman is fighting a giant catfish with an umbrella. It says this commemorates the winter of 1918 to 1919, where the Mississippi River completely froze over. And here's a mural of the day that President Taft visited. The sign down here says that it was the most celebrated event in the city's history, and they actually have a holiday. They have Taft Day every year. And yeah, think back to the beginning of this video when we visited the Billiken. The Billiken was supposedly modeled after President Taft. Go back and watch. Go back and see the Billiken and leave a comment on whether or not you think he looks like President Taft. So we have stopped off at Sikeston, Missouri to eat at
the greatest restaurant in Missouri. There's actually several locations of Lambert's here, but they're all known for their throwed rolls. The waiter or waitress will actually toss a roll to you. And you know what they say, rolls actually are believed to taste better when they are thrown. So let's go get something to eat. Looks like Thunder, the horse here, is just continually going. Just guess kids can just hop on if they want. Alright, guess we follow these yellow footprints here to Lambert's. We're greeted by by a carriage and a tractor. See the founder of Lambert's, Mr. Norman Ray Lambert, getting ready to toss a roll there. You can see all the license plates on the walls here. You can actually give them a license plate or mail one to them and they'll hang it on the wall. If I'd known, I would have brought an old license plate. I can't give them one off my car. I need that one right now. That sign says, "We go overboard for attention." Yeah, me too. This giant tree in the middle of the restaurant. And I don't know who that guy is right there in the swing. There's really so much on this menu. I have no idea what I should order. Get a slice of hog or some chicken. Oh, look at this mug here. That's a big mug of soda. Before I even got a chance to order, this lady over here brought me a little bit of fried okra to enjoy. Oh, I think, yep, there he goes. There he goes. It's the throwing of the rolls. He throws the rolls to the various customers.
I'm going to!
I want to roll. Oh, over here. Let's see if we can get him to throw me one. Right here. Oh! One crashed and burned. So got my steaming hot throwed roll here. I didn't really catch it. It kind of hit my table and split in half, but let's try this. Ooh, it's really hot. Really hot. Let me get a little butter. I got some nice butter on that roll there. It's super good. Butter on my food. See, the roll thrower here has a shopping cart full of rolls. And, oh, yeah. That wasn't thrown too far. That one. Okay, I'm collecting too many rolls here. This is excessive. All right, so we got some country steak. It's got a scoop of mashed potatoes on it. Also got some baked beans and some sliced beets because I've been rewatching The Office. All right, we're gonna dig in here to the country steak, smothered in white gravy there. Very tasty, very tender. A lot of places have country steak, it's too crispy. This is just about perfect. There's some beans, beets, bears, Battlestar Galactica. I love beets. I forgot I love beets. Seriously though, this is probably the best country steak I've ever had in a restaurant. It's super, you can tell it's super fresh. Oh, homemade, so good. Some fried potatoes there. Yeah, that's one of the interesting things about Lambert's. They actually walk around with bonus sides and shovel them on your plate. Fried potatoes. So good. Some black-eyed peas there. Yeah, my plate is actually growing. It's getting more food on it. This is insane. Yeah, this place is pretty amazing. Is that macaroni and potato? Tomato? Oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, there's macaroni and tomatoes. Yep. Oh, here it comes. Oh! There, it landed right next to me. So yeah, that was all absolutely delicious and an amazing amount of food. Unfortunately, I'm a little short of making the Clean Plate Club this evening. Yeah, that horse never stops. I guess it's just perpetually galloping. And once more, going over that Old Man River. We have landed here in Memphis,
Tennessee, underneath the pyramid here, and it's a little bit warmer maybe, still pretty cold, and unfortunately I left my winter hat at Lambert's. Unfortunately, my mom, she used to always get on me for losing my hat, losing my gloves, and apparently I never learned. So now it is time for you, the viewer, to choose the next stop on this Carpetbagger Choose My Adventure road trip. The cities in contention for my next stop. Of course, tomorrow I'll be spending the day in Memphis, but the day after that I will be leaving to the city that wins the next poll. Those cities are New Orleans, Louisiana, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, or Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Now those will be, right now you can go vote on those. After my day in Memphis tomorrow, I will wake up the next day, pick up my phone, and find out where I am headed next. So thank you guys for coming along. If you'd like to help support the channel, consider donating to Patreon. $3 or more will get you a postcard once a month. Also selling enamel pins and Etsy shop, all that. Whoa, I am going to need to get a new hat. It is not that warm. All that helps keep this train on the tracks, this boat on the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.